Okay, today we're going to make a box sort of fence that's very movable. It's just made out of pretty much a window frame with chicken wire in it, and then you can move it anywhere. So how you start out is you have your roll of chicken wire rolled out, and at the end here it's cut off, and you have it almost flush with the board, but not quite. And then you staple it in every few things. Okay, so now that we've stapled it all in, put the chicken wire down so it's connected, we're gonna put this board on, and make it flush with the sides, like this. Now we can drill it down and these are about an inch screw, because this is we're going to use 3x4s here. See, so, and you can make it, about whatever. This is a 4x3 dimensions, but you can make it about any dimensions. Okay, so then we'll screw it in. Now that's sturdy and it's flush, and we're putting 3 screws because otherwise, when you staple the wire into this board, we'll flip it over later and staple it in, and this will shift. The board will shift this way if you don't have 3 screws in it, and it still will some even with 3. So now that we've done that, we can go over here into the same thing. Okay, now we're going to put the middle board in, because we've got these 2 side ones, and we're going to put a middle support. So first, we'll about just wing it in the middle, and then like that, and then we're going to take our measuring tape, and this is going to be 5 feet long right here. So we'll put this on here. So it's 5 feet. Now, it's supposed to be 2 feet and 3 inches. So that would be right here in the middle. So you have to put it in the middle of your board. So this is the middle right here. Put that in the middle of your board. And then, so now we'll put a tack screw in here, and just in the middle, and that way now I can adjust it over there and I can adjust it like this so that side's in the middle too. Okay, so now the 2 feet and 3 inches is over here on this side, so we'll have to move it over just a tad bit to the right spot. Now that we've done that, take our measuring tape off quickly before anything happens to it. The next thing we do is we tack it, or we finish gluing it in. Okay, now we're going to cut this wire just in from this board, so we'll have to lift the board up right here to cut it. And see, we cut it on one of the lines all the way across. So, you know, you can use these little plier cutters or anything that cuts wire. And then we'll cut it all the way across. So, we've got, see, I did this side. It's just barely under that, but that way you won't rub your fingers on it when it's done. And then down here, it's a little bit less because, see, I just cut it along this line, and over here, sometimes it'll sort of go warp the wire, so here it doesn't quite go up as much, but that doesn't matter. Next, we're going to staple this in, just like we did the other side. And we're not going to want to, we're not going to want to stretch it too much. You know, sometimes here you might want to stretch it some, but you don't want to stretch it a whole lot because it'll pull it in like this, the frame in, and we don't want that. So, anyway, you don't want to do that too much. And then this side will stretch a little bit more. There, and then you'll staple the middle too, as well. Okay, now we're going to screw this other end in. So again, you make it flush with one end, just like this. So then you'll take it over like this and you make it fit. And see, this doesn't have to be perfectly square because it's just a bunch of them put together. It's not something that has to be perfect, you know. So, okay, so now we're going to screw this side in of this. See, this is the middle board. We never screwed this side in because we just got this on. Okay, so now we did that. Now we'll staple this all in. Now, in a little bit here, we'll go and paint it.